Why are we sleeping with the enemy, writing them love letters, dining with them in Swiss palaces, while they chant "Death to America," while they dance with the devil as the main sponsor of terrorism and death around the world? Why are we so desperate to put a ring on Iran's finger and engage them on the nuclear issue? All the while spurning our one loyal and true ally, Israel. Why, Mr. President? So young Iranians can get jobs?
If Iran's leaders can agree to a reasonable deal, it can lead to a better path, the path of greater opportunities for the Iranian people, more trade and ties with the world, more foreign investment and jobs, including for young Iranians.
There are those who say your decisions are politically driven, like your decision to get out of Iraq, or the decision to empty Guantanamo, to trade 5 Taliban leaders for one American who most knew was a deserter. And more on that one coming up later in the show. But even your most cynical critics can't figure out what possible benefit there is to engage in nuclear discussions with Iran. Do you really believe, Mr. President, that Iran is developing centrifuges only for scientific and medical reasons? Is the Ayatollah Khomeini channeling you and trying to institute Khomeini care in Iran? Iran is one of the world's largest exporters of oil. They have few energy needs. And if they want nuclear energy for peaceful purposes, why were they hiding one of their facilities and putting it in a bunker 300 feet below ground, behind mountains, making it almost impervious to attack? Now, you all know I've been pushing the U.S. to protect its power grid for years, but the Iranians burying it the length of a football field below ground, to me, can mean only one thing. And reports are this year that they will have intercontinental ballistic missiles capable of carrying a nuclear warhead. Now, I may be a cynic, but I don't believe they need an intercontinental ballistic missile to disperse Khomeini care pamphlets to the public. And by the way, Iran is also ramping up its seafaring capabilities with the building of one of the world's largest naval fleets. And the commander of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard said, "The Americans and our enemies cannot stand up against the Islamic system's deterrence power, no matter how hard they try." And now we hear that the agreement might not even be put in writing. So how are you going to seal the deal? Pinky swear? And what are you going to do? Sue them if they violate the agreement? Even the man you trusted enough to appoint as your Secretary of Defense, Leon Panetta, said the Iranians just can't be trusted. And how can we be assured that Iran will not put itself in a position of enriching uranium, the necessary step to build a nuclear bomb, when they won't even agree to snap inspections? Now, Mr. President, we say America's goal is to defeat terrorism, to advance democracy and human rights around the world. So why, Mr. President, would you insist on dancing with the devil? Why isn't our one true ally, Israel or Egypt, on your dance card? More American blood has been spilled by Iran and the terrorism it sponsors in the Middle East than by any other country. Iran says it's within its rights to enrich uranium. That's like saying a proven mass murderer living next to a daycare center has the right to buy as many AK-47s as he wants. Mr. President, America needs to stop sleeping with the enemy, dancing with the devil, and writing love letters to those who want to kill us. This love story isn't going to end the way you think it is. It's time to break off the engagement.